good afternoon. I'm coming to you from Albany, New York. The building that's behind me, that's the state capitol here of New York. We're gonna go inside. We've actually got a tour scheduled to go in there at noon. We're gonna go take that actual tour, and we're also gonna do some exploring on our own as well. Come along with us, let's check this place out. Let's go make some memories.
Special shout out to our channel members. Thank you so much for all your support. If you would like to become a channel member, hit that join button down below. There are some really fun benefits. Come have a look. Thanks for watching.
Painting of George Washington. Check that out. That's really cool. Christopher Columbus. We got a bust of him in here. There's a lot of activity in the Capitol building today. I'm not sure if it's legislature or what's going on, because there's a lot of people here. Also here, I like that they have this. They have a POW. Empty chair serves as a memorial to all the brave men and women who fought in the armed services and unfortunately became prisoners or missing in action. So they keep a seat for them. I like that. I can see why they called this guy the Marquis de Lafayette. His name is Marie Joseph Paul Yves Roche Gilbert de Moutier. Yeah, I would just call him Marquis too. That's him right there. So in this spot right here, August 4th, 1885, they rested the body of Ulysses S. Grant. He was on his way to his final resting place. And they had his body in state here, as you can see. Did not know that. That's interesting. Okay, so these right here are the links of the Great Hudson River chain. I wondered what these were from. It says in 1778, a great iron chain stretched West Point and Constitution Island to prevent British vessels from navigating up the Hudson River. So they used these to block their boats from coming up the river during war times. Alright, so we're just kind of killing a little bit of time before we take our actual tour. Hey, are you excited to take the tour?
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll learn something.
Climb all those stairs.
Mommy said there were 4 presidents who were governors in New York.
I know.
Do you know who they are?
No.
Good. Don't cheat. No cheating. I think I know who 2 of them are. That's the Department of Law that way. Look at these staircases. Not sure where all they're going to take us on the tour. She said they kind of breeze through everything in the hour. So if you do come for a tour, you register online, and then you come back like 10 minutes till at the tour. There's like a kiosk there. And I asked her some questions, and she said I could video inside, but during the tour I just have to clarify what's being videoed, so I guess you guys will see that as we go. But no, these staircases are amazing. Look at this. Let me show you. We already walked up one. We're just killing a little bit of time because our tour was at noon, and it's like 11:15. Look at this looking down. This gives me like Hall of Mansion vibes. Almost. In a good way. It's cool. And obviously there's some construction there. And this Capitol, as far as I know, it does not have any kind of dome. Looking at the building from the outside, it looks like it's just like an older style building, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So this is a little bit of the history of the Blue Room here at the Capitol. Behind these blue doors. Blue doors make me think it looks like a kitchen. This hall here is all full of paintings. I wish I could stop and show them all to you, but I don't have that much time. Hall of New York. Hall of New York. Wow. I love Capitol buildings. They're always so beautiful. Because it makes sense when the states were being formed and they chose their capitals. They always wanted their Capitol buildings to shine. Do you think there was competition between all the other capitals trying to compete with each other to see whose was the prettiest? Wow, look at the ceiling in here.
Yeah, the tour lasts 45 minutes. Just to let you guys know, you can leave the tour anytime easily. you need to, for example, parking meter outside, or if you need to go somewhere else, yeah, you can leave the tour anytime if you need to, yeah, just to let you know. Yeah, actually, don't forget, before I mentioned, the building is open to the public. Yeah, so you can go all the way to the top. Yeah, you can go all the way to the top. You can like closer look, yeah, take photos, yeah. Okay, everyone, yes, so right now we're on the first floor. Yeah, we're on the first floor. So we're going to go to the second floor. Yeah, we're not going to go.
The Capitol buildings are always so pretty. Now we're going into what's called the War Room. Hey, it's my buddy Teddy. Teddy Roosevelt. One of the presidents, Grover Cleveland. I like the natural skylight there. So we just finished up our tour. This is where the tour ended at. And there was a fire here, and they actually left this part here kind of undone. This is what this whole entire thing would look like, this whole staircase, if they hadn't gone back and cleaned it up. There's a lot of legends as to how the story, the fire started. They said they're actually gonna, in October, do like a ghostly type tour where they tell you some history and some legends of the people here. And the guy who was the night watchman the night the fire broke out, I guess there's a story behind him. I think she said his name was Samuel Abbott. And there's also rumors that it could have possibly been a party that night, maybe cigars or alcohol, or the combination of the two started the fire. But she said there were like a couple 100,000 documents lost, which is sad, and several thousand books as well. You can go up to the 5th floor. I think we're going to go peek up there and see what's there, and then keep showing you some more of the building. Definitely, if you're here, come and check out the actual tour. You learn a lot of information. It was really cool. So now we're going up to the 5th floor. Check out this elevator. When you take the tour, you can take either the elevator or the steps. We took the steps the whole time. It's a lot of steps, I'm not going to lie. The elevators are nice. We came from this direction here. The tour guide had told us there was like a crooked hallway. This must have been it. It's like a passage side to the other side. We got to the other side, and look at this. All the stone. A couple of creeps in the corner. And then look at this staircase. Where's this taking us to?
Let's find out.
Da da da. Da da da. This feels like we're going into a fort or something, right?
It's a museum.
Looks like a fort or, yeah, like a fort or museum or something. There's restrooms here. Okay, I'm just in some random bathroom here on the 5th floor of the Capitol building. But look at this view. Just this random bathroom. Oh, look at this view. Right next to the, literally right next to the sink where you wash your hands. I guess it pays sometimes to have to use the restroom. I would have never known this view was here. Awesome. The way this is built with all this brick, it definitely reminds me of like a fort. And there's just this random walkway built next to it. This place is so interesting. The thing I found the most fascinating though was this was supposed to have taken 4 years to complete this state capitol, and it took them 32 years. It was supposed to cost $4 million, instead it ended up costing $32 million. When Teddy Roosevelt became the governor in 1899, he put a stop to the construction, said, we're done wasting money, we're done, it's finished. So that's why New York's one of the few Capitol buildings that does not have a dome on the top, because they never completed it. So this is the view from up here on the 5th floor. Look at all those steps going down there. Beautiful room. I was like, man, this would be a cool building to play hide and seek in if you were a kid. Oh my God. You'd never find me. Shoot, I get lost in here just walking around. Hey, this office door here says Secretary of the Senate, right? And there's a door here. But then I look a little closer at the door, and it says it's the electrical closet. Either somebody doesn't like the Secretary of the Senate, or one of these signs is in the wrong spot.
Somebody got demoted.
Somebody got a demotion big time. That's hilarious. Thank God it didn't burn the whole building down, right? Such a beautiful building. Not really saying much, but there's not much to say. It's just kind of breathtaking. It's so pretty. And the session's going currently while we're here too. So there's a lot of activity, press conferences. There's been a lot of stuff going on while we were here. Just cool to see. It's cool to see everything in motion. So this is your view of what is known as the $1 Million Staircase. It actually cost $1.5 million. So they call this staircase here the $1 Million Staircase. It's one of the highlights of the tour when you come. And as you can see, there's faces up here on the side. This one you're looking at right here, that's George Washington right here. And then there's Thomas Jefferson there. And then this one is General Winfield D. Scott. I'm not 100% sure who that is. But they say that there's 77 of these famous faces in here. And the word number 77 comes up a lot on this tour because 1777 was when New York, I believe, became a state. So like they say, when you go outside the Capitol building, if you go out on this side, on the one side there are 17 steps. If you go out on the opposite side, there's 77 steps. So 1777, they did that intentionally. But they also put in 77 of these famous faces. And she said to walk around and try to find them all. We do not have the time to do that, maybe on a future visit. But there's a lot of little faces too, she was telling us, that don't have names next to them. Nobody knows who they are. They don't know if they're the sculptors themselves, maybe the sculptor's friends, family, somebody, we don't know. But either way, it's pretty cool. So this right here, it's kind of cool. I'm the only one here now. This is what they call the Hall of New York. You see there's paintings all along the walls here. Different paintings from like 1914, 1866. There's just all kinds of different paintings here, so it's kind of cool. Kind of cool to see. It's weird being in here empty because it was packed earlier on the tour. All right, so this is the Hall of Governors. And here's the staircase that's in this area. There's looking down to the first floor. This is called the Senate Staircase. I think I probably showed this earlier, but so here's the Hall of Governors. Message from current governor Kathy Hochul. There. And then this is George Clinton, who was the first governor. 2 separate sessions, though. Considered the father of New York State, George Clinton. He served as governor for 21 years.
What's in there?
It's a random chair right here in the middle. Tell me this isn't creepy. An interrogation room of some sort? I don't know. Blueprints. Really old magazines. Does it say the date? I don't see it yet. Have to look a little closer. But they found these September 2000. These are 2000. This is from 2000. These are so old. 1971.
That's before you were even born. You know.
Blueprints and stuff, 1966. This is really weird to have found this. Old newspapers. 1972. Agreed to health and something study. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. What is this? A Marlboro cigarette. This is so cool. Oh, this is so interesting. I'm glad we stumbled upon this. This is actually past the 5th floor. I don't think we were supposed to be here. Not gonna lie, I'm not sure. But we snuck up on these staircases. They're not blocked or anything. I'm glad we went.
We just wrapped up our tour here of the state capitol in Albany, New York. Zai Lu was the name of the girl that took us on the tour. She did awesome. She did a very good job. She was very enthusiastic about her job as well, you could tell. So if you do the tour, you can sign up on their website, which is what I did. I signed up down in Florida, I don't know, a couple of months ago, probably 2 months ago or something. You can sign up so many, maybe it's only 30 days in advance. So I did it maybe about a month ago, but it's been a while. And then I just printed out my confirmation and brought it. It says you're supposed to show it. They didn't even ask. They had my name actually printed on the list already, so she just checked me off when we arrived. But yeah, the tour lasted about between 45 minutes and an hour. It was great. It was a great experience. They take you all over. They kind of do a quick tour. They take you through the Hall of Governors. They take you through... Holy cow, look at that. Wow. That's a military plane too. That's interesting. Sorry about that interruption there. I wasn't expecting a plane to be that low right over me. That was kind of cool. But no, so when you do the tour, they kind of take you on a brief thing. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour. They take you through several of the floors here, except for the 5th floor. We went and did that on our own, as you saw. And you even saw Tori's little video, that all that junk she found up on the 6th floor, which was really interesting. What do you guys think of that? Leave it in the comments down below. Just in general, leave in the comments down below what you guys think of our tour. Did you enjoy this one? So far, this is the second one we've vlogged. We also have done South Carolina. We are planning on doing a few more on this trip, as well as a few more in the future. So it's just cool to go and see them. It's cool to go and see the history. It's cool to go and see everything else that's going on. You know, like there was a session going on. They were getting ready. I think they were on their lunch break. Then they were getting ready after that to do some voting and stuff. So that was kind of cool to see the process in motion. I know if you like this video, give me a like down below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. As always, guys, safe travels. You know the rest. We'll see you soon.